There's a reason the world can't quite figure out Sigma males. They move through life with a calm, unshakable confidence that seems immune to both praise and criticism. While most men are either chasing validation or hiding from judgment, Sigmas operate on an entirely different plane, one where their ego is neither fragile nor inflated, but quietly indestructible. Imagine a man who is so deeply rooted in self-mastery that no insult can bruise him, no compliment can sway him, and no setback can break him. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, the sanctuary for men who refuse to be defined by anyone but themselves, and who are committed to forging a life of stoic strength, independence, and relentless personal growth. Today we're diving into the anatomy of the Sigma male's ego, why it's not just healthy but virtually untouchable. I'll break down the 11 core traits that set the Sigma's ego apart from every other archetype of masculinity. This isn't about arrogance or bravado. It's about building an ego so resilient, so authentic, that it becomes your greatest asset in a world obsessed with superficiality and approval. If you're ready to understand the difference between performative confidence and true inner strength, you're exactly where you need to be. Let's get into it. 1. The foundation of ruthless self-knowledge. Sigma males don't stumble into self-confidence. They earn it through a process of relentless, sometimes brutal, self-examination. From an early age, Sigmas are often introspective, questioning not just their actions, but the motivations and beliefs behind them. They dissect their own strengths, weaknesses, fears, and ambitions with a level of honesty that most people simply can't handle. This isn't a one-time event, but a lifelong practice. Every experience, success or failure, is an opportunity for deeper understanding. They don't shy away from their flaws. Instead, they confront them head-on, determined to turn vulnerabilities into strengths. This process of self-interrogation is the bedrock of their healthy ego. Because they know themselves so well, there's no need to hide behind a mask or seek approval from the crowd. This deep self-knowledge acts as a shield against the chaos of the outside world. When a Sigma male faces criticism, he doesn't react defensively or crumble under pressure. Instead, he calmly evaluates whether the feedback is valid or just noise. If it's constructive, he adapts and grows. If it's baseless, he discards it without a second thought. This rational, almost surgical approach to self-assessment means the Sigma's ego is never at the mercy of external forces. Instead, every challenge, every setback, and every honest reflection only adds another layer of strength to his identity. For Sigmas, the journey inward is never over. Each layer of self-awareness makes their ego more resilient, more grounded, and more immune to the opinions of others. 3. Emotional mastery and control. Sigma males are not slaves to their emotions. In a world that often encourages men to suppress or ignore their feelings, Sigmas take a different approach. They acknowledge every emotion but refuse to be ruled by any of them. Drawing from the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, they learn to observe their emotions as passing weather, real but temporary. They don't deny anger, sadness, or fear. Instead, they examine these feelings, understand their origins, and decide how to respond. This level of emotional intelligence is rare, and it's a key reason why the Sigma's ego is so healthy. He knows that feelings are natural, but they don't have to dictate his actions or sense of self. This emotional control is a superpower in a world that rewards impulsivity and overreaction. The Sigma's ego is healthy because it's governed by reason, not by the unpredictable tides of mood or circumstance. When provoked, he doesn't lash out or lose his cool. He remains calm, collected, and in command. This composure is not an act. It's the result of years of disciplined emotional training. It sends a clear message to the world. True strength is measured by how little you're rattled, not by how loudly you react. The Sigma male's emotional mastery is both his armor and his weapon, protecting his ego from the volatility of life. 4. Purpose-driven living. Sigma males don't drift through life. They move with intention. Every decision, every action, is aligned with a clear sense of purpose. This direction gives their ego a powerful sense of meaning, shielding them from the existential angst that plagues men who lack a guiding mission. The Sigma's confidence isn't just personal, it's purposeful, driven by a vision that transcends momentary setbacks or distractions. They set goals that matter to them, not to impress others but to fulfill their own sense of destiny. This clarity of purpose acts as a North Star, guiding them through uncertainty and adversity. Living with purpose transforms the Sigma's ego from a fragile shell into a robust engine. When setbacks occur, they don't interpret them as personal failures but as necessary steps on the path to mastery. This stoic resilience keeps their ego healthy and adaptable, always focused on the bigger picture rather than short-term disappointments. Purpose gives every struggle meaning, every sacrifice value, and every victory depth. The Sigma male's ego is not just about feeling good. It's about doing good, building something lasting, and leaving a legacy that speaks for itself. 5. Rational thinking over impulse. Sigma males are thinkers before they are reactors. They analyze situations with a cool, logical mind, refusing to let impulse or emotion cloud their judgment. This rational approach is a direct inheritance from Stoic philosophy, which teaches that clarity of thought is the foundation of self-mastery. When faced with a challenge, Sigmas don't rush in blindly or let their emotions dictate their actions. Instead, they pause, assess, and strategize. This intellectual discipline ensures that their ego is never bruised by rash mistakes or regrettable outbursts. This commitment to rationality means Sigmas rarely regret their decisions. They weigh consequences, consider alternatives, and act only when they're certain. Their ego is never threatened by uncertainty because they trust their own reasoning process. This logical mindset not only protects their self-esteem but also earns them respect from others who recognize the rare value of a man who thinks before he acts. The Sigma male's rationality is a silent force, unseen but always present, guiding him through the chaos of life with unwavering confidence. 6. Selective social engagement. Sigma males are not antisocial, they're selectively social. They choose their companions with care, refusing to waste energy on shallow relationships or toxic environments. This selectivity is a sign of a healthy ego that values quality over quantity. Sigmas don't need a large entourage to feel important. A few meaningful connections are enough. They invest deeply in relationships that align with their values, and they have no problem walking away from those that drain their energy or compromise their standards. This approach to relationships keeps the Sigma's ego free from the drama and insecurity that often come with trying to please everyone. They set boundaries with confidence, knowing that their worth isn't tied to the number of friends or followers they have. This stoic independence allows them to walk away from situations that threaten their peace, reinforcing their self-respect and emotional well-being. The Sigma male's social circle may be small, but it's strong, built on mutual respect, authenticity, and shared purpose. 7. Resilience in adversity. Adversity is the crucible in which the Sigma's ego is forged. While others may crumble under pressure, Sigmas see challenges as opportunities for growth. They embrace setbacks as lessons, not as evidence of inadequacy. This resilience is rooted in Stoic acceptance, the understanding that suffering is inevitable, but how you respond is what defines you. When life knocks them down, Sigmas don't stay down, they get back up, stronger and wiser than before. Each obstacle overcome adds another layer of strength to the Sigma's ego. They don't seek pity or external reassurance when things go wrong. Instead, they double down on their commitment to growth, using every hardship as fuel for self-improvement. This relentless resilience makes their ego not just healthy but indestructible. For Sigma males, adversity is not a threat, it's a proving ground, a chance to test and refine their character. 8. Humility without weakness. A Sigma male's ego is never inflated with arrogance. He recognizes his strengths without denying his flaws, embodying a humility that's grounded in reality, not self-deprecation. This humility is a sign of true confidence, the kind that doesn't need to shout or boast. Sigmas understand that acknowledging their limits is not a weakness but a strength, allowing them to keep growing without falling into the trap of complacency. They are comfortable admitting when they don't know something, and they seek out opportunities to learn from others. This balance between humility and self-assurance is what sets Sigmas apart from both the insecure and the egotistical. They don't need to dominate conversations or prove their worth to anyone. Their quiet confidence is enough, and their humility ensures they remain open to learning and evolving. This combination of strength and humility is rare, and it's a key reason why the Sigma's ego is both healthy and enduring. 9. Authenticity as a core value. Sigma males refuse to wear masks. They present themselves as they are, unfiltered and unapologetic. This authenticity is the lifeblood of a healthy ego, one that doesn't rely on deception or pretense. Sigmas are comfortable in their own skin, and this comfort radiates outward, attracting respect and trust from those around them. They have no interest in playing social games or pretending to be someone they're not. Living authentically means the Sigma's ego is never threatened by exposure or vulnerability. They have nothing to hide and nothing to prove. This transparency allows them to build genuine connections and maintain a clear conscience, both of which are essential for long-term self-respect and inner peace. For Sigmas, authenticity isn't just a value, it's a way of life, and it's the foundation of their unbreakable self-esteem. 10. Self-reliance and total accountability. Sigma males take full responsibility for their lives. They don't blame others for their circumstances or wait for someone else to rescue them. This self-reliance is the ultimate mark of a healthy ego, one that's built on action, not excuses. Sigmas own their decisions, learn from their mistakes, and never shy away from accountability. They understand that true freedom comes from accepting total responsibility for their choices and their outcomes. This proactive approach to life ensures that the Sigma's ego is always under his control. He doesn't outsource his happiness or success to anyone else. This stoic self-sufficiency is what makes Sigmas so formidable. They are the masters of their fate, the captains of their soul. When things go wrong, they don't look for scapegoats. They look in the mirror and ask, "What can I do better next time?" This radical accountability is both rare and powerful, and it's a key reason why the Sigma male's ego is so resilient. 11. The quiet power of contentment. Finally, Sigma males possess a rare form of contentment that's often misunderstood. They are ambitious but not restless, driven but not desperate. Their ego is healthy because it's satisfied with progress, not obsessed with perfection. This quiet contentment is a direct result of living in alignment with their values, pursuing mastery for its own sake, and accepting the things they cannot change. They don't need to constantly chase the next big thing to feel fulfilled. Instead, they find satisfaction in the journey, in the daily process of becoming a better man. This inner peace is the ultimate reward for the Sigma's journey of self-mastery. It allows them to move through life with grace and confidence, unaffected by the chaos or opinions of the world. Their contentment is not complacency, it's the mark of a man who knows he is enough, exactly as he is. This quiet power is magnetic, drawing others in and inspiring respect without a single word. The Sigma male's ego is not just healthy, it's legendary. Let's bring it home. What you've just heard isn't just a list of traits, it's a roadmap to building an ego that's not only healthy but unbreakable. The Sigma male's journey is one of relentless self-mastery, stoic discipline, and unapologetic authenticity. If you recognized yourself in these words or if you aspire to embody these traits, you're already part of the Sigma male community, the brotherhood of men who refuse to settle for mediocrity or dependence. Now is the time to take action. If this message resonated, smash that like button to let the world know you're building something real inside yourself. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might be the spark that ignites another man's transformation. Spread this video to every man you know who's ready to trade fragile ego for true inner strength. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Sigma Male Community and turn on notifications, because this is where you'll find the tools, wisdom, and brotherhood to keep forging your path of independence and excellence. Remember, a healthy ego isn't loud, it's unbreakable, unshakable, and quietly powerful. That's the Sigma way. That's the Sigma Male Community. Stay strong, stay authentic, and keep building your legend. One day, one decision, one victory at a time.